Hello, Plasma's Priming here again. Um, I'm here to talk about something which I have noticed. Now it's a good. This is a bit of a two-edged sword. But I've recently how do I put this? This discovered, I guess, is the best way to put it. The work earlier the works of the who was the man who is usually regarded as the father of space opera, um, E. Doc Smith. For those of you who aren't familiar with him, he was a chemist by profession, at least, and his main area of expertise was all things confectionaries, cakes, donuts, muffins, all that, bagels, all that junk stuff. Um, don't know why he started writing science fiction, but whatever. Um, yeah, I mean, and one thing I've noticed now, some are relatively easy. Some of his works are okay. Well, most of his works really are readily available via for in electronic formats, but I can't find that because of the fact that and those of you who know me personally will can attest to this. Um, my so, well, my mom and myself, and one of my sisters, are okay and understanding about the ease of using e-readers. Nooks, Kindles, Kobo, and the like. Um, I mean, yeah, yes, Kobo is still around. I actually ad checked. Yeah, even though Borders has been out of business for the last, what's it been? 8 years now, I think. I forget. Um, yeah, they still that their e-reader side of the business is still around for some bizarre reason. Um, but anyway, I digress. Yeah, but still, moving on. No, that's a subject for another time. Yeah, but still, it's really frustrating for when you're trying to, especially now, my father, and this is really weird coming from him because he's the sort of person who would, I'm sure he's probably encountered Dr. Smith's work over the, at some point, because he's 60 years old, yeah, I'm sure he's discovered, I'm sure he's come across it, he just forgot about it. Yeah, so, but still, it's one of those things where I think that it's really frustrating because now there are a few secondhand bookstores in the area. I haven't been to any of them, at least not lately. I probably did about 20 years ago, but that's not important. um, that's not important right now. But yeah, I mean, it's one of those things that's frustrating when you're trying to. I tried Amazon, I've tried Barnes and Noble website, of course, and I haven't tried it. I did recently get a Wish account. Haven't tried them. I don't know if they sell books there, but I haven't come across any hard copies, at least not any reasonably priced hard copies of Doctor of Doc Smith's works and those of his contemporary, so at least in that field. Um, because I mean, now I have a Nook. I have two Nook. Well, three. I still have my old original, what they call the first edition. I refer to it as the Mark One Nook personally, but that's just me. Um, yeah, let that sink in, kids. I have a old and busted Nook. Well, not busted, but if you don't get that joke, just ask your parents about old and busted versus new hotness. They'll explain it to you. Maybe some older siblings or cousins too, for that matter. I mean, I just turned 30 a couple weeks ago, but good God, I realize how much has changed over my lifetime that I remember. But anyway, yeah. I mean, e-readers are great. That's not the issue. The issue is some people. I mean, it's just for whatever reason. Like I said, and sometimes it's personal taste. I mean, for some stuff, yeah, I just go ahead and get the ebook version, like in the case of like we were talking about at the outset here. Because I will admit I did try to find it in paper, in either paperback or hard copy. I did try to find hard copies of stuff of this magnitude before I pull the proverbial trigger and just get the ebook version. Um, because as I and like I said, most of the people who know me personally can attest to this. I get enjoyment out of sharing things that I enjoy with other people. Case in point, you can see behind me. Let's move. Stupid mirror image. Rather rock. As you can see behind me, I have a starter set. You can't really make it out clearly from this angle, but it's what's the angle I have it pointed at? But it's a Callaway. It's a Callaway Strata, and I have confirmed that's how you pronounce it, Strata. Um, Starter set, and um, yeah, and I as for my 30th birthday, yeah, another milestone for me. My 30th birthday, my parents only got me one present, and it was 5 hours of golf lessons. I have gotten through three of said 1 hour sessions. Um, and after the second one, I was the PGA pro who was teaching me. Um, he gave me the go ahead and hit the driving range, and we did. It went swimmingly, and so literally less than an hour after we got home. For frame of reference, this was on May 3rd when we did this. Um, the lesson was on April 3rd. The lesson in question was on April 30th. The driving range, the first time to the driving range was on um, the of May 3rd. I don't know if it doesn't get uploaded today. I'm recording this for reference on May 12th. So because I don't know, but still, like I said, the golf glove. We ordered those via Amazon. Literally about an hour or so after we got home from that, and I will admit, the last week has been rather the following week because and they arrived last Sunday. What are you doing? What are you doing? Yeah, sorry, my cat or my dad's cat. We're not quite sure who she actually chosen, but it's one of those funny things about how sometimes but I digress. Yeah, you can see the cat. Um, yeah, she has joined me a few times. Well, I've been doing this, but this is the first time she's actually appeared on camera because of the angle. Yeah, we rearranged the furniture around a bit since I think the last time I did this with this camera. Lately I've mostly been uploading videos via my PS4 share option. But anyway, yeah, let's still. What was it? Oh yeah, but yeah, back to the clubs. Yeah, I mean, one thing we did, we actually did this yesterday, was we took it out. We went out. My sister, Kai, and we took our dad took us out to the driving range, and I will say this: my dad and I are okay. Well, I'm mostly left-handed. Yeah, I mean, it's actually quite funny. There's a funny story behind this one. Um, so the only things I really do more or less exclusively right-handed are are um writing with a pen or pencil, and and also drawing for that matter. And paint, yeah, and when I do paint, I usually use my right hand just because of the familiarity with that one. Um, and So I haven't gotten a chance to play guitar, so I do hope to learn how to play guitar at some point. I don't know if I'll be doing that left-handed or right-handed. Yeah, so as I do know they make left-handed guitars. But anyway, and some ambidextrous ones. At least I think they're meant to be. Well, I don't know. It's the way the strings are strong is what makes the difference. I don't know. I don't know enough about. I don't know enough about guitars to really no, but anyway, yeah. I mean, but these are left-handed. That is a left-handed set. And now my sister, she is right-handed, and she enjoyed herself yesterday. I mean, it was. I mean, I was expecting her to. I expected her to. Because she has a tendency to. How do I put this? Enjoy things with people that she does that she otherwise wouldn't. For their sake. Like Well, actually, I'm wearing a shirt. For those of you who don't know, I went. I was at the. I did get a ticket. I got two tickets to Taylor Swift's Reputation Stadium tour. Right. Because okay, now for frame of reference, I live in the Memphis, Tennessee area. Um, and my sister and I, we live with our parents. And in her case it's by choice, in my case it's by necessity. In fact, I'm the reason she moved back in. She was in she spent when was it trying to think here. Just shy of 3 years in Oregon. The first year or so she spent in Salem, and the um in the last 2 years, okay, well, year and 3 quarters really, she spent in Beaverton, which is a suburb of Portland. Um, a lot of, I'm not going to go into details about why she was sent out there, but that's for another time. Or if she decides to talk about it on her YouTube channel, I'll let her, she can discuss it on her own terms. I don't know. In which case, giving a shout out to her. Watch her stuff. She has a very funny series of videos where she is going through. She's doing a playthrough of Until Dawn, um, which has a few actors, which has a couple of actors who has a lot of actors who you'd be surprised. I mean, it's like I was surprised, but it's how I was surprised at the cast list of that. That was really astounding. But anyway, I don't let you know this. She is not like any Panettiere. Yeah, Panettiere a lot. She at best can tolerate her, but she finds her voice grating, and it doesn't matter which character she's playing. She can't even watch A Bug's Life or Remember the Titans. So it's not because of anything happened during puberty for Miss Panettiere. Um, but anyway, but that's for another time, or for another channel rather. If she wants to bring it up, that's up to her. But let's say, oh yeah, yeah. Like I said, she said that she was going. I got two tickets because the closest show to us, and I think that a big part of this is because the Rams went back to L.A. Otherwise, I'm sure that St. Louis would have been at least included as an op. It would have been included. Or is it? I can't remember. St. Louis or St. Louis? I forget. St. Louis. Would have been an option because it's right up the river from Memphis, as most of you, as anyone who can look up the map will know. But yeah, but she. So the nearest one was in Nashville, right? And and I got two tickets, one for each of us, because I knew that I was not gonna be able to. I cannot handle highway driving. It's special awareness issues and merging. is which can be difficult for regular people is even more so for me. Um, Ironically enough, I'm a NASCAR fan who has a racing simulator, and I've recently got for my birthday. I also recently got Project Cars 2, and now I haven't done any actual. I haven't done anything other than training lap, training test laps around of all places the Nürburgring and Indianapolis Motor Speedway, both in a 27. Okay, take out this one. Both in a 27 Camaro Super Sport, of all things. Yes, and yes, people, that was literally one of the main reasons I got the game because I wanted to try out a Camaro or well, okay, I don't have a stick shift on there, and I can't drive stick anyway, so that's not important. But I had the little paddle shifters, well, you can see it behind me. If I'll stand up again, at the end of this, or you just go back and you'll see it has little paddle shifters on there. But yeah, or maybe you can't make it out from this angle. I don't know. I'll upload photos of it to my Facebook or sort. Same name by the way. Just look it up. Also find a lot of fun stuff. But I'm getting ahead of myself here. Yeah, but still, so we went to Nissan. So we went to the Nashville showing, or stop rather on that tour, and it was fun. I mean, Tim McGraw and Faith Hill surprise appearance was great. Never didn't see it coming. Everyone went crazy in the stands, and also on the field proper. That was fun. That was a fun night. Really do think that but I don't know. Yes. But yeah, I mean, I get enjoyment out of sharing with other people, and I'm usually a good gauge of other people's interest levels in the same thing. So, I have a very good track record with that. So yeah, and I recently yeah, and it's one of those things where yeah, I mean, it's one of those things where it's really frustrating at times when you can't find hard copies of something, especially when especially when you're trying to share it with someone who, for whatever reason, just doesn't like the concept of an e-reader or has been soured on it for whatever reason over the years. Because I mean, it's a good idea. Um, well, I don't want to say on paper but it's one of those because I mean, I still think it's a good idea. I'm not poo-pooing the concept of e-readers. I'm saying that you should also have um, everything that's available electronically should at least have some hard copy equivalent. I'm guessing is the best way to put it. Available. I mean, especially for stuff that would otherwise be impossible to get your hands on. Yeah, but anyway, I'll do that later when I finish this. Then I will check that. Yeah, I mean, it's one of those things that I don't know. Yeah, I mean, so what are you doing? Yeah, so yeah, e-readers they're great. They help out with a lot of stuff. They make it much easier to get stuff, especially if you for whatever reason can't get out of your house on a regular basis, or if you and especially like if you finish a book and you want to immediately get the next installment in the series in question, you can do it right away as long as you have as long as you can afford it. Because some of them can get rather pricey, and some are and some especially that's one good thing about the classics stuff. that is available on there is that they're, for the most part anyway, that they're amazingly um, affordable. I mean, like in the case of Doc Smith's Lensman series, you can get every installment is usually around $1 to $4, if that. It depends on which publish. It depends on which version you get, but they're mostly. Um, but yeah, from the publisher, I recently got the third. Well, the first written, but third chronologically installment in said series. This actually was this morning. Yeah, but yeah, I would be reading it right now, but my note has a. But I like to keep my Nooks battery at a reasonable level, and I was doing something this morning that and for some and sometimes it can drain easily, but anyway, yeah. So, but yeah, I mean, but still, it's fun. I mean, and I also got the first installment of the Skylark series, and also a because I recently started looking at now one thing now this is more of a generational thing for me, and one thing I never was able to get into until relatively recently was the Western genre, and so I got a mega pack. Is how it's billed of Western short fiction from various authors, and and it's mostly public domain stuff, so they don't have to worry about publishing rights and who holds the copyright and all that junk stuff. But yeah, I mean, it's fun. A lot of interesting interesting material on there. But yeah, I mean, but still, yeah, and the thing is with that sort of thing is because um recently I haven't as I got a job I got a new job back in February, and I have not had as much free time on my hands as I did last at this time last year. So yeah, so I was not able to, so I haven't been able to do as much reading. So I've mostly getting shorter novels or novellas or or collections of short stories, and that's mostly what I've been focusing on. Um, but yeah, so yeah, as I have a life outside of reading, as most of you know, case in point behind me. Although that I haven't really done anything with that. Mostly just take it out and hit balls with it. Yesterday was the first time I actually used every club, except for the putter. Though because you can't really going to a driving range. For those of you who don't know, you can't really use the putter because of the way the facility is set up. But that's not important right now. Yeah, but still, I mean, it's one of those things where the situation with yeah, I mean, let's see, trying to think here. Yeah, the situation with yeah, I mean, so yeah, I mean, so basically, should things that are available in ebook form from various retailers from well the two main ones are going to be Amazon or Barnes and Noble, at least stateside anyway. I don't know how it works globally. Should they also be more readily available for going to a brick and mortar or shipping from the respective retailer? So yeah, so and as all yeah, so please leave your if you have an opinion, please list it in the comment section down below, and and as always, like, share, and subscribe. So yeah, signing off for this one.